Okay, weird. Oh, I think they finally fixed the damn link. Well, that's good. Chaseorama 42069. Love the name. Thank you for coming out to the stream. What's up? What's up? Oh, where'd my camera go? The fuck? Okay, this is also... Huh. That's weird. Oh, I gotta fix... That's what it is. Whoops. I entirely forgot that I was doing that. Okay. One moment here. Oh, shoot. Right. I might have to turn off the auto frame. Yeah, there we go. That's fine. Honestly, wasn't that important. Oh, somehow the stream is in better health now that I switched to a portable version of OBS. Very strange. Still going to all the same sources. Actually, it could be also because I removed the second YouTube. Maybe somehow sending it to YouTube twice was bogging it down. I'm sure once the game starts actually like kicking in though, it might miss a few more frames, but that's fine. Alright, so now if I go here, I gotta do the same thing here now. Just go ahead, do that. Yeah, let's do that. There we go. Keep it nice and uniform. Oh. And Also, getting rid of that original background removal tool and switching to the NVIDIA one also looks like that might have been a part of it. Okay, I guess so. 3 changes, one of them could have been it. Not bad. So either removing the YouTube secondary canvas for portrait view, removing the background removal tool, or what was the other thing? That might actually be it. But something within there fixed my stream somehow, which is kind of cool. So this can be a bit longer. Let's do that. I think in A class you don't really even need to go this high, so ooh. Yeah, it's not exactly optimal, but okay, yeah. That feels nice. Okay, this is not a drift car, but I'm gonna try this anyway. It kind of has the control to be a drift car. Honestly, not even bad at all for a car that has no drift. Like, this has off-road tires, first of all. It's an A class, which honestly is good for drifting, but that being said, you know, it is an A class. It is not at all an acceleration build, so there's not too much tire spin out unless you go to, like, yeah, second gear. Third gear kind of has the power to do it. But I think any higher than that, fourth gear. Yeah, fourth gear's not really. No, never mind, I lied. It might have actually been better in fourth gear. For a car that's not a drift car, that drifted very well. In fact, I have a different Corvette, and I'm pretty sure this exact engine is inside of it, due to an engine swap. Either that or they just had the same engine. and it is a drift build. This is more like street race build. See, because of that squirreliness, hold up. I'm pretty sure that's part of the arrow here in the front. Maybe it's not that. Where is it? What am I looking for? This thing. Okay. Let's try and bring that down just a tiny. I just want to see if I can get rid of some of this squirreliness, or at least get it to better correct itself when it gets squirrely. That might have, it still does it. Oh, I don't have all-wheel drive on this. Never mind. I was gonna say I could fix it with the front acceleration, but that's okay. Like, I almost want it to straighten out of the turn a little more. I kind of can't wait to play the new Forza 6, because from what I'm hearing, the new, like, steering mechanics, like, well, just in general, the new, like, physics that they have behind, like, steering and braking should resemble more traditional Forza Motorsport, which I actually was a fan of. It brings it to a more realistic thing where you kind of have to stop in a straight line and then, like, kind of coast around the turn, like taking your pedal, or taking your foot off the pedal, or at least feathering it more so, instead of, like, turning while braking. That's one thing about this game is, like, pretty much any car, you can just, like, you can brake and turn and it will feel like high class, like supercars, no matter what car you're in. This could be from the like, you can just be in, like, a Civic that's, like, fully kitted or whatever, and you don't even have to come into this tuning to do anything. You can just, like, pretty much brake around the corner while turning. But, like, IRL, that's not really feasible. That's not really something you do. If you brake while turning, you kind of, like, lock up, and then there's no grip to, like, keep you moving properly, if that makes sense. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna bring this down. Pressure, here we go. Let's bring this down a bit too. I still want, oh wait, braking distance. There, that's what I'm looking for. 32.4. So it appears to be worse because you're technically having less pressure, literally, like, applied to the brake, but this also makes it so that you're not slamming it and locking up. So I'm trying to make it so I can find a little sweet spot here when I go to brake, even at, like, full braking force, that it kind of, like, doesn't lock up like that. See how I'm locked up and I have to go straight? I was turning, by the way. Here, I'll do that again. If your brakes lock up while you're turning, you won't steer. That's kind of what I'm explaining here, or what I was explaining before. Like, now if you were to just, like, kind of lightly tap, you can still get that steer. Like, let's get myself going faster around this corner. While holding the brakes, I can still steer, as long as I'm not, like, fully gripping them down. So I'm trying to find that sweet spot where I can like apply the brakes, but it never locks up without using any ABS. I know that's what ABS and all that does, but I don't want that. Plus, that also increases or decreases my difficulty, and I've purposely made it more difficult for higher rewards. So, okay. So far, this feels good. See, even at full, it locked up, but getting to full, I actually had to hold it all the way down. Before, it was like, if I was near the end of the travel on my trigger, then it would still be locking up. It would still be applying full brake pressure. There we go. That's like, I nearly had it fully clicked there. You can tell when I fully click because it skids, but I swear, just like a hair more, and I could make this perfect. Let's try at 87. This is probably not enough brake pressure, but yeah, I think like it's not bad, but I can already tell I'm probably gonna fuck that up on like important turns. So I think 90 is a perfect sweet spot, at least for this car. Yeah, there we go. There we go. That's about where I like to hold the brake. Yeah, I have a feeling this is going to be a lot better now. The 6th gear is super long, and I don't think it really needs to be, but whatever. Okay. Well, let's give it a shot. How far? Okay, I'm not even far from here. I'll just get to this race here. So far, it feels great. I don't know how it's going to do in actual competition. I did win my last race with it. It's also not showing up in the recommended, but I think it's because of the tires. I do have off-roads on here, so it could be what's contributing to it not being shown in the recommended. But that's okay. I had to do that to drop the class down while bringing up performance metrics elsewhere. And now I should, like, technically everything that's in here should be over class. Like, I should technically be above A class, but those tires single-handedly brought me down. But then in the tuning, I was able to counteract how off-road tires function in the game to try and get it to feel more either, you know, closer to a race tire, but probably more like street or sport. And even if I went to street or sport, it would have raised me so much higher into S1 that it would have been impossible to bring it down without knocking out a lot of my actual performance, so it just wasn't worth it. This build honestly should outclass like any stock version of it, but that's, you know, versus itself. That's not necessarily in an actual competition and what have you. So we shall see. I just realized, I hope my fucking audio is working. Yeah, it looks like it. I actually haven't even checked on the stream. I have a whole new setup to my OBS. I had to like pretty much redo everything from scratch because I was trying to fix something which ended up breaking it and whatever. So hold on real quick while I just quickly do an audio test, unless someone's in the chat and can tell me. Because I was trying to fix... Oh, there we go. It's working. Alright. I heard myself. I heard the game. We're all good. Let's get my stats back open. Oh my god, it's so much better. Like, I was missing... While playing this game, I was missing, I think it was up to 15%, and at one point it was up to like 30, almost 40% of all frames before it even hits the stream. So it was hitting like, yeah, it was hitting pretty freaking hard at my computer resources. Now that I've switched over to this like portable mode version of OBS, and annoyingly had to reinstall everything, it runs so much better. And oh, that was the I'm such an idiot. That was the third thing when I was talking about earlier, if anyone was even there to hear it. But so that was one thing I did. I basically fresh install OBS, so that's one thing that contributes to my stream looking so much smoother. Another thing is I stopped streaming to the YouTube portrait view directly from... Oh, thank you for the follow, thank you for the follow. I stopped doing it directly from Stream Elements, which is a plugin for OBS, because I don't know, I felt like I was having too many issues with it, and it kept on doing something on my YouTube account it shouldn't have been doing, and there was no way to fix it without just getting rid of it and trying something else, and I just said screw it. So fresh install, only one YouTube stream, not doubling it up. Oh god, how am I gonna forget the third thing now? My brain is not working today. I've been like this all morning. Something's just off. Oh, and yes, and I switched the background removal tool that I was using that was provided directly from the OBS like plugin site, and instead I'm just using the NVIDIA Broadcast app, and in combination of those three things, the stream is just so much smoother. I have lost a total of 52 frames out of like 100,000, and that's a 0.1% loss. 0.1 versus 15, and at one point up to like 30, 40. So I was already able to figure out a way to, you know, half the performance loss from before by switching my bitrate resolution and all this and that. But now that it's actually looking so much better, I might even just up the quality again back to the at least 900p or what was the 936 or whatever it was. Because no matter what, if I'm going to be downscaling to anything from 1080p, it's going to cause some sort of resources, but showing a final version at lesser pixels will almost always reduce more performance, or sorry, reduce performance loss more than the other way around. So I think it might be more worth it. I don't know if I could, yeah, I don't think I could do it while I'm on stream. That's the only issue, so yeah. And right now I'm downscaling to 720. Since it's doing so well, I'm comfortable with just stopping stream, upping the resolution, and restarting. I'm already early in for today anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Let me just find out. 936p resolution. I spelled that wrong. Oops. Yo. Okay. There it is. 6.